Hello and welcome everyone to the Skinny Jean Gardner Show. It's Monday, it's the 18th of January, and we are here. Better late than never, team. Better late than never. We'll probably learn to speak before we really get into it. How are you all doing? I hope you're well. I hope you had a fantastic weekend. I had an awesome weekend. We'll talk about that in a minute. We are talking about news on a Monday. Talking about sheds. That's right. Talking about sheds. Come talk about sheds with me. Yeah, just you and me. Let's talk. I don't know why this tune's coming in my head. Let's talk about. It's totally inappropriate. Let's talk about beds. Facilia. Sheds. I meant sheds. Oh, crikey. Let's get on with it. Facilia. Or Pacilia, if you just read it off there.
Yeah. Oh, I'm on.
Oh, I can't hear you, Anon. I've done something wrong with the thing. Anyway, elephant poo is what I got.
Good evening, Lee. How are you?
Great, mate. Your signal is always terrible, but I'm good, my friend. Excuse me. You got an allotment? When I go, don't put artificial grass on top of me, all right?
Are you going to get composted, Lee?
Yeah,
Migration.
Oh yeah. Oh, Monday groove, yeah. Oh yeah, welcome everyone to the show. I hope you are all fantastic. Good evening, Suggs. Good evening, Jackson. Jackson said, better late than never. We made it. We made it in the end. I could not do a show. Let's get that bit out of the way. I had a banging headache, and we had some issues getting O's to bed tonight. So I thought, do you know what, guys? I'm going to come on a little later. I think tomorrow night, just a heads up, I think tomorrow night I might come in at 9 o'clock as well. For the rest of the week, we'll do 8, all right? I'll let you know about tomorrow night. We could have a good night. I don't know. This whole homeschooling thing, man. Homeschool is so difficult, right? Okay, who else here cannot wait for... Oh, phone lines are open, by the way. 0742 357 4520. What you been up to at the weekends? What you been doing? How you been getting on? And yeah, if you want to come and chat, just call in 0742 357 4520. We're about for about an hour tonight, guys. About an hour. Plus, there's a link in the description. Come say hello. What's going on? Anyone else struggling? I wasn't really going to start the show like this, but let's start it. Let's be straight with it, team. I'm struggling with this lockdown. Does anyone know when this lockdown finishes as well? Because I am starting in the summer. It was all right? But I don't mind admitting that this is a little bit more difficult. So it says, "Oh, I am really struggling with homeschooling." Don't take the mick, Suggs. Oh, here we go. Who's this? Richard Lewis. How you doing? Me, schooling 2 kids at home. Right. Big up to Richard Lewis, because anyone that's got 2 children, obviously I've only got 1 child. It's doubly as hard. So Richard, you're doubly struggling, man. And Suggs says, "Oh, I'm really struggling with homeschooling. It's so hard." Suggs, you're not struggling with homeschooling. Jason Jackson says, "I do want all our children back at school ASAP. Never have we ever felt so much respect for all the teachers out there. We miss you, teachers. We miss you. Tonight, we're talking about sheds, of all things. If you fancy coming on to talk about that, or you can come on to talk about anything. I don't mind. This weekend, if you want to talk about what you got up to the weekend, that'd be really great. I'd love to hear your stories about it. I'd love to hear any stories other than something to do with COVID. Any stories that don't involve Boris or COVID, you're very much welcome tonight on the show. Hang on a minute. I'm not taking the mic. I've been generally struggling as I get calls from my sister and other friends who don't understand the teachers. Okay. I suppose, yeah. Who don't understand teachers. Okay. There could be some communication breakdown. Hang on, I'm struggling. I'm not taking the mic. I've been genuinely struggling as I get calls from my sister and other friends who don't understand the teachers. Probably different from I just, if anyone from our Olive schools watch them, big respect. At the weekend, I don't know about you lot, but we got some snow, and I saw loads of people on social moaning that they couldn't get down to their allotments, couldn't get out in their gardens. It snowed, right? And I said to Olive, we got to get out of there. It was freezing. So we have got to get out there, girl. So have I got a picture of it? Hang on. Have I got a picture of it? So we got out there, and now I used all my genius. Now, obviously, back in the day, we all had a snowmobile sitting in the garage, also known as a what was it called? A sledge. That's it. We didn't have such a luxury in 2021. So what I did was I found the nearest plastic box, took the lid off of it, found a bit of rope, and this, ladies and gentlemen, this is what we did. Can you see this? We went along and pulled her all the way along on that. We got to the end of the road. She was soaked. I put my coat underneath her because I'm a hero. Another couple of meters and the coat was soaked, and we had to go back. We still tried. All right? We still tried, team. That's what really matters. So we enjoyed the snow, enjoyed getting out there. Obviously, the standard exercise walk. But I'm missing being out in the garden. I'll be honest with you, I am missing being in the garden. So much easier during summer, weren't it? Huh? So much easier during summer. Right, coming up tonight, bit of not a different show, but I'm adding a few new extra bits to it. The suck says, what? The white stuff? Yeah, man. We got snow. It melted by the evening, but we got snow. Right, before we crack on with tonight's show, it's back, guys. It's back by unpopular demand. It is Latin. Let's talk about the Latin. I know, right? I just want to say it again. Latin. Let's talk about the Latin. Pretty impressive. Didn't know I could juggle either. Tonight, we are bringing back Latin. Now, if you've not heard of this on the podcast before, it is, we're sort of turning it into a game each week where I kick it off. Now, I have to trust you guys are not going to go onto Google. Do I trust them? Probably not. Don't go onto Google and find it. What I want is, if you're going to call in, I want to hear if you know what it is. The first one, I'm going to make a real easy Latin. All right, a real easy one. Today's Latin is capsicum animum. I put it into the comments in the group. Capsicum animum. That is this week's Latin. All you have to do is when you call in, don't put it in the comments. When you call in, tell me what the answer is, and you win the Latin. I don't know, we thought of a prize for it. The Latin prize of week 3. We're on week 3 of the year, team. Can you believe it? So call in 0742 357 if you 4520 if you know what that is. It's Capsicum Animum. And hopefully by the end of the week, we'll have a winner. Latin. Let's talk about the Latin. At literally hours to sort that out. A little bit like this.
That's right, podcast fans. It's that time that everyone hasn't been waiting for. It's time for Tim to win. To win. To win.
Also, this week, you can go into the tin to win if you call in. Just that rhymes, just like this man.
Hello,
mate. How you doing?
Yeah, good. Yourself?
You did you catch me Latin?
I didn't know I turned the volume down, so I'm going to need you to play it again while I'm off the phone.
Can you hear it on the phone or not?
I don't think I will. Try it.
Right there. No rush. Latin. Let's talk about the Latin. Did you hear that?
No, I can't hear it. No, I can't hear it.
Well, I'll wait till later. I'll play it again just for you.
You're too kind. You're too kind. I have missed that jingle.
Well, you were the main reason that I brought it back, so...
I used to like the Latin when you had your Latin expert on. Because
Ed Bird. Oh, we must get Ed Bird back on.
Oh, definitely. He really knew his stuff.
He's a clever guy. I don't know where Ed Bird is nowadays, but I'm sure we can hunt him down.
I was going to say, did you cast him away like he was no longer needed?
I don't know. No, it wasn't my fault. It was Ed's a very busy guy, and I got fed up of Latin for a bit. And
okay.
We parted ways. He was just what happened to Ed? I don't know what happened to him. Don't question me on Ed. I don't know. I'll find him for you.
Please do.
How you doing, dude?
Yeah, very well, thank you. I quite enjoyed you starting a bit later tonight. I've managed to edit, upload, and create featured image for tonight's podcast, which is about to go live.
There you go. So, that's why I got Olive to go crazy tonight.
Of course you did.
But yeah, do you have a good weekend?
Yeah. I had a bit of a lazy one Sunday.
Nice.
I've got a late start. But yeah, a productive weekend. Got a lot of seeds in.
Good.
Got the shed inside all set up with my propagators and growing systems. So I can now start my system of starting seeds off and moving them along. Because I start them off at one side and move them along as they grow along.
What do you mean? What do you mean move them along? Well, they move into different sections, you mean?
Yeah, basically, I start them off in one area, which is just in a heated propagator, completely closed.
Yeah.
It never used to get much light, but it gets a bit more now there.
Yeah.
And once they germinated, I then move them into another propagator where I had the vent open to allow a bit of ventilation, but it also had grow lines above it so that they could get that light as well.
Wicked, man.
And then when they were a bit bigger, I would move them into another propagator, which had no lid on it at all.
You're right, little setup going.
Yeah, I'd like to think as a production line.
Yeah, I like it makes a lot of sense, though, doesn't it?
I think so, because as they get bigger and stronger, they get into harsher and harsher conditions before they go into the greenhouse or somewhere where it's really harsh for them.
What's the first seed you're doing?
I've got onion seeds that I sowed in December, Christmas Day.
Okay.
And I've been sowing sweet peppers, chilies, aubergines, cauliflowers. Quite a few.
Going for it. I've never actually grown onions from seed before.
I keep trying. I have much more success growing onions from sets.
Yeah.
Every year I try and grow them from seeds because the choices of the seeds there's a lot more choice, they're a lot cheaper, they're a lot more work. But in the past, whenever I've done it that way, I always end up with pretty poor onions. But I'll keep trying.
What's your success rate?
Of what? The onions or?
Onions.
Well, they pretty much all germinate. I don't exactly count how many onions I get, but they pretty much all germinate. But it's when they go into the ground, they just become, they don't get that big. They become basically about the same size as an onion set when it comes to harvesting them. So not big at all.
Not big. But I feel like me, like I have, you know how I hated onions?
Yeah.
A little bit getting back into them this year.
Well, I always wondered how you couldn't eat onions because they're in everything.
Well, I don't. I seem to have missed. Well, I suppose they are mixed into everything. I've had a long time not liking them, and now I'm just starting to come around to them a little bit.
Yeah.
So it's could be the year for onions.
Yeah, I mean, I could understand not liking raw onions and just eating them like it's an apple.
Oh.
But when it's chopped up and fried down in a curry or something, I don't think you necessarily notice it.
No, it does make it more. See, I've got into garlic a lot more, so I didn't used to put much garlic into my food, and now I've realised the wonders of garlic. And and then from garlic, I've garnered back into onions. I remember when I first started, I didn't like onions when I first started. That was 7 years ago. And now, your taste changed a little bit, mate.
Yeah.
So there we go.
I never used to like curries, but now I love the things.
There we go, mate. There we go. Richard Lewis says, blend the onions up. Works for my son.
Yes.
It's not a bad idea, Rich.
Yeah. I tend to do that when I chop things down small. If I cooking them in a curry or a soup, chop them down nice and small, caramelise them slightly in a bit of oil, and then add everything else to it.
Yeah. See, since Christmas Day, I know we're probably going into one. Since Christmas Day, I made my own gravy. And
nice.
I didn't put any onions in that, but I put a lot of veg into that gravy. And then since I put onion, and now I've started playing with it a little bit. Onions have been part of Lee's special gravy.
Excellent. You're getting well into the cooking log.
I mean, I'm getting into it. No one's enjoying it, but I'm getting into it. So it's all important, mate. It's all important. How's your week looking, dude?
Yeah, working again. I seem to be working non-stop at the moment, but as you'll hear on the podcast, I've got my shed set up so I can do a lot more in the evening.
Well, actually, right, tonight, one of the news stories we're going to get into later is about sheds. I mean, we're mainly talking about sheds tonight because I've realised, I've noticed, and I think everyone has, such a rise in people turning their sheds into outdoor spaces.
Oh, yeah.
I think that, last year we didn't maybe I think this year is going to be the year of the outdoor room.
Yes.
A bit like your shed, mate. It's a shed and a studio.
A studio.
Like this place.
Well, so's yours.
Well, yeah, a bit like this place. I think people are going to start putting sofa. Well, I did say here someone put a sofa in theirs, and then it went a bit mouldy. So be a bit careful. But we're looking into that later.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, the old shed studio.
Yeah.
I got rid of that over the weekend. It was hard to get rid of that.
What did you do with it?
It's out in the garden. I just took those wood panels out of this room. But it was so hard because I had to move the cabinet here. It got a lot more space in this room, but it was so hard taking down that shed panel.
I bet. I wish you'd filmed it.
Yeah, I was almost in tears when I done it.
I bet.
It was like I built this. It was like a pretty unique shed, but it's gone.
I was literally about to ask you what your ultimate thing in your shed would be, but I suppose it would be a studio, wouldn't it?
Oh no, it depends. Because I believe each shed has different uses.
Oh.
So it would depend what the shed is used for.
Well, it's got to be multi-purpose. If you're going to have generally, how many sheds you got? 3 now?
I've still got one in the garden. So at the moment, I've got 4 at home.
Oh, yeah.
At the moment.
Right.
At the moment.
Well, yeah, generally, normal people only have one shed in the garden, Rich.
Right.
Generally, you have to have you have to mix it up a bit.
How do people cope with that?
I don't know. Maybe people haven't got. I was about to say maybe people haven't got as much stuff, but it's not necessarily the case, is it? Sheds seem to be a bit of a dumping ground.
Yeah. I mean, that's no sunny my woodworking shed. Or my tool shed is a bit of a dumping ground, but a collection of drills and drill bits and spanners, they take up room. And then you grow in stuff. Then lawnmowers. I mean, you're the king of lawnmowers, of course. So
I do seem to be at the moment. Yeah, there are quite a lot of lawnmowers. It's funny. This is brilliant segue. It's funny you say about that, Rich. There's actually a brand new podcast called the Minimalist Gardener Podcast that I've started.
Oh, is that? What's that all about?
It's about minimalising, not actually practices. We're not about minimalising your gardening to make it work and productive for you. Do less, get more. I'm working on the title.
Okay.
So go listen to that now. Episode 1 available Spotify and Amazon and wherever you get your podcasts.
Do you want us to listen to it right now?
Not necessarily. No, listen to me. Listen to me first, and then later on. I mean, tomorrow, whenever you want. Don't go to bed at some point, but just let you know.
Yeah, no, I'll check it out. Who's the host?
It's a handsome young fella called Lee Connolly.
Oh, I've heard of him.
Yeah, he's a very good guy.
Yeah.
So, thanks so much for calling, man.
No worries. Am I allowed to watch the Latin question?
Oh yeah, go on. One you're going into the tin to win, obviously. But yeah, go on.
Is it chilly?
Find out at the end of the show.
Fair enough.
See you later, mate.
See you later.
Bye, dude. Mr. Richard Sugg then. Oh, Kevin says, man up, Suggs. It was a shed. It wasn't any shed wasn't any shed. Good evening, Kelly. How you doing? Kelly says, sorry, just tuned in. What is tonight's subject? Tonight, we're talking about sheds. Oh, and it she pops up. Wow. Must have been a big garden for 4 sheds. Thinking of turning Dan's greenhouse into a shed using pallet wood. It lost a lot of glass. And with us having young children and chickens safer than glass, I agree. I think that's a great idea. We might talk about that later. What else is being said? Beddoes. Hello, Beddoes. How you doing? Onions need to be caramelized. Oh, I love a caramelized onion. I'm banging into onions now, team. Webb's in there. How you doing, Liam? Good evening to you. And Ian Beddoes says, don't have a shed, but I have an outside loo that I put the garden tools in. Well, I suppose that's a shed in itself. Yeah. Let's have an ad break, and I'll be back. Thanks, Lee. I'm #AdvertLee. #AdvertMe. I'm here for 1 minute throughout the show to say, hey, you can support the show just by clicking the link in the comments. That's right. On that link, you can get amazing merch like this. Check it out. New logo on a t-shirt. You can look cool just like me. You can also pick up this amazing Skinny Jean Gardener book. Oh, it's so good and it's on offer right now. Plus, you can buy Lee a cup of tea. But the biggest way you can support the show is by clicking thumbs up. That's right, thumbs up. So go click it right now. Share the show to your mum, to your nan, to whoever will listen, because that is an Advertly order. Back to the show. What an interesting character. Yeah, t-shirts available right now. Yeah, I got mine delivered, man. Well happy with it. So go check that out now. I don't think I put it in the description. I'll put it in. Hang on, give me a sec. I'll put it in there. If you fancy getting your hands on one, then I'm pretty happy. I'm pretty happy with these ones. The 2021 tease. If you want to call in tonight, you'd be very much welcome onto the show. 0742 357 4520. We might be around a little longer than an hour tonight. Let's see how we get on, everyone. Tonight's Latin. Let's talk about the Latin. Richard Target guest tonight. The Latin is capsicum annuum. If you call in tonight, then you can have a guess, team. Oh, thanks, Liam Webb. Great t-shirt. Cheers, man. Right. Let's see what everyone's saying. Oh, actually, while everyone's chatting, we're chatting about sheds tonight because I think it's quite important. And it's a bit of fun. I just feel like me especially at the moment, struggling a little bit with all this. But important to create space outside when it does warm up with whatever spaces we've got. If we've got a garden shed that's not up to much, we can turn it into something that works. Like Suggs has turned his studio into a shed into a studio. A bit like me. We have the shed studio behind me over there with all my tools, but over the back of the screen. All my tools ready and waiting to go. Although I am minimalising them, guys. Go check out the podcast now. But the reason, everyone, that we are looking into this is because I saw, and news is Monday's thing, I saw this in the news. Where was it? Here we go. BBC News Rounds, Ricky Bolato. Is it up? What's happened here? What is it? Come on. What's happened to it? Let me press enter. What's going on? It's not showing. Hang on a minute. It's not showing it. Right, wait there, team. What's a Monday back? What a Monday back. Come on, why that's loading. I don't know what's happening there with that. Let's let that load for a minute. Let's see what everyone's. Oh, Charlie says hi. Good evening, Charlie. Hope you are well. Good to see you, Kelly and Charlie and crew. Hope you're good. Early on, yeah. So Kelly said, what did Kelly say? Something about a shed. Oh yeah, it is. She said, wow, must have been a big garden for 4 sheds. I'm thinking of turning down the greenhouse into a garden shed using pallet wood. It's got a lot of glass, and with us having young children, safer than glass. Yeah, I think you're probably right. I think it's really easy as well. If you've got the frame of a greenhouse, the only thing I'd say it's going to need a little bit of extra support, only because it depends how thick your greenhouse is. If you're going to put a lot of wood on top, then it's going to be a bit heavy. One thing I'd say is, if you've got enough glass on the roof, or enough to go on the roof, keep the glass roof and just put wood around the sides. That's all you have to do. Just put wood, or pallet wood, because we love a bit of pallet wood, all the way around the sides. And it's simple. That's what I did. I had a shed before this shed here. I had another shed that I didn't have a roof to. I think it was my mate's shed, actually. It was my mate Ben's shed. He was getting rid of it. I said, I'll have that. And we walked it down the road. He lived across the road. I walked it down the road. It's like, brilliant. And I built it, and obviously the roof was wrecked. And I said to my dad, my good old dad, I said, can you put some, what's it called? Corrugated plastic on top. Is that all right? And he said, yeah, we'll do that. And it was an awesome greenhouse/shed. It's the best thing I've ever done. Obviously, I ripped it down now to put this thing up, but it was so perfect for sowing my seeds and growing them, because when it got hot, it got hot in there, really hot. So we still had a window on the side, but so much light coming through there. So I think it's a good idea, Kelly. I think it's a good idea. I just wouldn't put nothing on the roof. You also say we have a greenhouse at our allotment and a new polytunnel ready to go up. Oh, I want to get a polytunnel in 2021. That is true. I want one. Good idea, Lee. It's a dark green frame. It's a sturdy make. Well, it's a sturdy make. I'd still try and leave that glass up there. I think that's the way That's the way to go forward. Right, let's see if this news story will pop up for me tonight. Knowing my luck, on a Monday, rocked up late. Mate, knowing my luck, it won't turn rock up. Nope, it won't. Oh, here we go. Wicked. So, BBC News Rounds, Ricky Bolero. I met this guy once, back in my BP day. Incredible studio in his backyard garden by converting an old shed in lockdown. The presenter's 3-year-old son believes it's the real deal and has requested a replica on the CBBC studios too. So, right there, there's a picture of Ricky in the studio. Oh, but no, it's not in the studio. The coronavirus pandemic has forced employees across the country to work from home. I mean, this is also something we're not thought about. I just mentioned outdoor rooms for people to come over in. Actually, how many of us in the group tonight are working from home? Hello, Sam. Hello. Sorry, I did see your comment. How are you doing? Welcome to the show, man. How many of us are working from home at the moment? And like, I would be lost without a garden shed to work in. Like, I use this as my studio. I use it as my storage for sheds, for the tools. I use it to work in. I use the party in. We've only had a couple of parties. But it is dual purpose. I think that's what we need, especially if we're working from home. But Sag says, I'm not working from home, but I would love to. The only person that's desperate for, I don't know, desperate for furlough. But Ricky, presenter of News Round, has taken remote working a step further as he's brought the BBC studio into his back garden. The 35-year-old presented the Children's Current Affairs show for 10 years. They recently bought a new house in Hertfordshire, so they could be closer to family following the birth of their baby girl in May. Right, so this was his shed, right? Now, don't get me wrong, it's a decent shed. It's more of a, I wouldn't even call it a shed, that's somewhere else, but we'll go with it. For the past year, the journalists have been predominantly working from home, carrying out interviews over Zoom and going into the studio at Dock 10 around once a week. Blah, 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 blah. Luckily, the shed already had power running to it, but Ricky's home Wi-Fi doesn't quite reach the bottom of the garden, so he had to run a cable from his house. That's a bit of a trip hazard the BBC would pull me up for, Ricky joked. Look at it! Look at that! What a turnaround. You wouldn't even know, would you? I mean, for him as a TV presenter, that is absolutely perfect for a little studio. It took the family 2.5 weeks to complete, and it's already had its debut on screen with Ricky presenting a package on Donald Trump from the shed. Irrelevant, but okay. Which went live on Wednesday morning. Despite the home studio being a work in progress with stalls and lights on the way, Ricky doesn't suspect viewers at home will be able to tell where he's actually recording from. Well, I think that is so true, and I think that we can literally turn our sheds into anything that will actually work for us. Ian Better says, can everyone... Oh, hang on. Oh, okay. I didn't know what his comment was going to be. We're going to say it. Can everyone pray for our dog, Tina? She hasn't eaten for 7 days, and at 17 years old, we believe she has decided she's had enough. Not in pain so far, so we won't have a vet to put her to sleep. Everyone pray for Tina. Everyone. I should read the comments before I pop them up, but I hope the dog's okay. As Richard said, sorry to hear that, Bellows. Sorry to hear that. Anyway, back to sheds. I'm not saying you're digging your hole yourself in a hole here. I'm not saying your dog is not important. Let's catch our middle ad break and then we can get back into sheds. What an amazing book! Advert Lee here. How you doing? I hope the show's good for you. I'm enjoying it. Yeah, thanks for asking. While I'm reading this amazing How to Get Kids Gardening book. That's right. for me kids. I absolutely love it. It's on offer right now. Just a tenner for the lockdown. Are we on lockdown? Yeah, we are. Let's have a little flick to see what you can be doing with the kids right now in lockdown. You can create yourself an awesome little bug hotel for them bugs. What else, I hear you say, advertly? Oh, how about making your own mini allotment? There's so much packed into this, and it's absolutely awesome. Just a tenner right now. So go hit the link right now in the comments or the description, wherever you're listening. Thanks. Welcome back to the show, everybody. Right, Liam says my shed is old. My shed is old. Don't the boys play how? What's he right? My shed is old. Not the best. The boys' playhouse, it's better. I mean, actually, I'm lost on your message tonight, but turning a shed into a playhouse is really, really good idea. I know people that have turned their sheds into chicken runs, which is quite cool. Let me have a little look tonight as we are talking about sheds. The phone lines are open. That's all right, Liam. Don't worry about it, man. The phone lines are open. Let's have a little look to see what people have turned their sheds into. Sheds, offices. No, hang on. What are we going to write here? Lockdown, shed. Lockdown sheds. Garden rooms. Crikey, what the heck's going to come up here? The phone lines are open if you want to call in tonight. Let's see if we've got any images come up, because I like to see what people are up to. There's so many garden rooms. They can be so expensive though, like ridiculous expensive sheds. I really like. I built my own shed. No, this is not what I want. What do I want? DIY. I want to see what people. Actually, I know what I can write in. What is it called? What was that program I was on? Not program, the competition. Great shed of the year. Shed of the year. This is the program I should be putting out right now. Let's look at last year's shed of the year, because I didn't look at last year's. Let's have a little look to see what sort of sheds. Here we go. Let's have a little look. See what people have been up to with their sheds. Everyone. I'll show that later, Ian, before the end of the show. Guys, before the end of the show, don't let me forget to play a video to you for me, Ian Beddoes. I would love to have an outdoor kitchen room. Yeah, man. Like, the best thing that I have built is like, so I have got a shed, this shed that works its thing, but you may have seen that I haven't shown my garden for ages, but I've got a covered area with a pergola roof on top, and it's got a barbecue, it's got a little bar, and it's got a pizza oven. And the idea in the future is to make like a whole kitchen worktop and stuff, and washing area and bits. It's not a bad start, but I'm trying to make it out of free stuff. And I think it's a great idea to have an outdoor kitchen. Have your barbecue going, have a little prep area, really nice and important. The worst thing about having not saying we're having barbecues right now, but the worst thing when you've got people over is you're in the kitchen prepping everything. Everyone's outside enjoying themselves when we allow people over. Remember those days? It happened back in 2019. Used to happen back in olden times. I think it's a good idea getting an outdoor kitchen. I know a few people in the group probably want to get something like that. So let's see what the shed of the year last year. This was the shed of 2020. What's this guy made? Can I click on the? Let me click on the actual. Can I click on the actual website and have a look tonight? Very relaxed show tonight, guys. If you want to call in, then you can. Shed of the year. Right, let's have a little look. Right. I was in this once, guys. Just right, away with the fairies. No, for shed for all seasons. All right, let's have a look at this for shed for all seasons. Can you see? Are you? Oh, you're not even seeing this, are you? Hang on, wait there. Oh, it's too relaxed, Joe. So you're so relaxed, eh? It's ridiculous. What's it say? Does Mrs. Lee ever cook outdoors? No. The outdoors. It's the men's space. It's not actually. That's not exactly what it said, but it's the man outdoors for men only. For men only outdoors for men. All right. You won't be able to handle it. I'm joking. I'm joking, by the way. But no, the answer is no, Mr. Bellows. She doesn't cook outside. She enjoys coming outside, but not cooking outside. It's for men. Got the barbecue on. Pizza oven. You wouldn't handle the fire. Oh, God. What has happened this week already? I don't want to enter the shed with you here. Right. So this shed is called a shed for all seasons. Let's see what this one's done. It's quite a large shed. Let's not joke around. But, okay, so what we got here? We've got a nice little, this is in progress. I want to see the actual end. This is a terrible website. This is in progress. Oh, it looks like Ian Beddoes' shed with all them lights on. Look at that. Got a nice little corner sofa, little table in the middle, little disco. That is a, what's we call it, innit? An electric drum. You know, the electricians didn't get you one of them. They're perfect tables. I used to have a few of them. Nightmares to get back home. Need a big old van to get them in. Pretty heavy. This is the build, blah, blah, blah. Let's have a little look. Little stove. Little wood burning stove in there. There you go. Look, one of them electric drums. Great table. Well expensive to buy. Hold on. Don't tell me you've made a bar in there, sunshine. Has he? There's a little bit of a pallet bar there. I can see it. And a TV screen. This is an all-in-one. This is brilliant. I like that. I like that. I like that a lot. Let's see what everyone else has been making. You are literally watching me just look at sheds, I know. But I really... What is that? What is that? Oh, these are the worst photos. A cigar lounge? Are you sure? Hang on. That is inside a shed. Is that Winston Churchill? That is inside a shed, team. You believe that? That's inside that shed. Churchill cigar lounge. Sure. Inside. All right, can we get it? It's inside. That's one way of doing it. I just think I've had a few people. Some of my friends are working from home at the moment, and obviously it's such a struggle. Like kids being at back, with all the kids being back at home at the moment, being homeschooled. It is it's hard, isn't it? So, I mean, it's hard to work if at the same time. What is that? Freddie the Sheddy. This was actually put into Shed of the Year. What is this? It's a car. It's obviously a joke one, isn't it? What is that? Where has tonight gone? What is that? What is that? It's a scooter. How can you put that into Shed of the Year? Get out. What else has been going on here? The bunker. Oh, I like the sound of that. Let's have a look at the bunker team. Get ready for the bunker. What is this one? This is a kid's. It's got to be a kid's shed. It's not big enough to be a. Oh, it is massive. Look at the size of this shed. Oh, it's a proper shed inside. Get him chilling on it. It's like a house. This is. I can't really tell from these pictures, but it's like a mini house this geezer's got. I can't really tell from these pictures. I'm not sure who the. Let's have a look for one last good one. There's a train there. A silo. the TARDIS, the man cave. No, we're not going to look at the man cave. The space shed. Here we go. The space shed won unique shed of the year. So it seems like one we should definitely look at in 2019. This geezer. I mean, I'm not saying do this, team, with your shed, but this geezer has turned his shed into a spaceship. Do you want to have a look inside? Sure, why not? It's a moving spaceship. What is this? Not a shed, is it? What is this geezer doing? He does shows from his shed. Write that down. Skinny Jean Garden show fly from a shed. I'll tow a shed around on me. Look at this. Oh, guys. Oh, my God. Look at this. This is incredible. I'm really like, this, everyone, is my type of shed. Is that it? Oh, mate. Well, 2022's coming, team. I mean, it wasn't on my plan to get a shed that went around the country, and I don't know what he's doing in there, but perhaps this is what happens. This is the inspiration for my future. There we go. When Projects and TV come out, we borrowed one from Sharp Electrics and played Wicked Willy on the campus on a cinema-sized screen. I don't know what to say about that. When we redo our patio area, we're going to improve our outdoor cooking area. Better barbecue. I mean, yeah, cooking area. It's got to be part of it, I suppose. It's a ride-on lawnmower, apparently. That little one we saw earlier? Ride-on lawnmower. And wow. So I'm wondering what everyone's thinking. If they do something different with their sheds. Obviously, Richard's got 4 sheds to mess around with. Liam, I don't even know if Liam's got a shed, but he wants a kitchen room. Do that, Liam. Do that with a look at that bad boy. Get that on. Get in that. Open it up. Smoke machine. Put a kitchen inside. Sorted. And you're away. Kelly's going to turn her greenhouse into a bit of a shed. But honestly, keep that roof glass because you will absolutely have an absolute winner. Absolutely for sure. I know what everyone's feeling tonight. I don't know how everyone's feeling about it. The show tonight. I feel like let me do an ad break and let me see if I can come back with something. It's probably trying to promise a lot, isn't it?
Almost the end of the show, and me, Advert Lee, has to go, and that rhymes. And if you want me to do a cool little rhyme just like that and advertise your company, then you're very much welcome to get in touch. Lee at skinnyjeangardener.co.uk is the place to email and say, hey Lee, I want Advert Lee to chat about my product, like this. It's a phone that you can text on, and there's apps and stuff on it, and you can call people. It's phone. Lee at skinnyjeangardener.co.uk. Enjoy the rest of the show. It's a phone.
That is the last advert of the show. Free adverts throughout the show, 1 minute each, so to keep everyone happy. Go and have a look on that webpage for ideas. Actually, it's not a bad webpage. Whoever just called in, by the way, sorry, I missed your phone call. If you want to call back in, you'd be very much welcome for the last 10 minutes. I'd really appreciate the chat, guys. I'd really appreciate it. Kelly says, go on that to have a look on that webpage for ideas. I mean, don't get me wrong, that sort of website, that was called Shed of the Year. Go check out Shed of the Year website. You might see a taxi on there. I don't know how I got on there in a taxi, but I did. Go check that out, Kelly. Pinterest is, I don't personally think, I've talked about it a lot, not the best place. There it is. It's great. It's really great. Yeah, guys, positivity. I don't think it's the best place. Sometimes a little bit unattainable, I think is what we found. Just a little bit. So I would put my shed on wheels. Then I could go back to doing gardening clubs around schools. Oh, that's such a great idea, Stu. I can imagine you in not a NASA outfit, but you got, what's his name? Mr. Not Tumble. But like, that's a really great idea. Pulling up outside the front of a school in a shed. Hey guys, it's Mr. Jackson. What's up, Mr. Jackson? Oh, don't worry about it. Good idea. Smoke machine. I've got a smoke machine. Don't work, but where is it? The lights don't work anymore. But there you go. I don't know who phoned in there. If you're a number ending 520, then call back. Because you have the potential to save the end of the show. So no pressure on 520. But if you want to call in, 520 is me. Oh no, this other person's got a 520 on their phone. Wow. 0742 357 4520. If you want to call in tonight to the show, if you want to call in for Latin, that's cool too. Latin. Let's talk about the Latin. I'd love to hear from you. I think tomorrow, what we're going to do, and we've not done this on the show, we've not done this for a while, if you're up for it, and it worked really well in 2020, is we might tomorrow, because we've not got an interview tomorrow, we've got one next week, we might tomorrow, team, tomorrow night, Charlie's going to call in tomorrow. Cool. We might tomorrow revisit this and design a garden shed. I like doing the design ones. They're a lot of fun. If that sounds cool with you, then let me know in the comments. Because there's some great ideas on here. I mean, not just the... Here we go, not just that one. There must be better. That is probably the best one out of all it. What did that get it for? Unique shed of the year. Well, it don't get much more unique than that, does it? What else? Is that all the... Oh, this next page. Wow. Is that a toilet shed? Hold on. Go. Is that a toilet? Did you see that? A toilet shed? You sure? What else have we got here? Standard sheds. Another one on wheels. Crikey. That's a yurt. Come on. Have a day off. Shall I try and show you my one before we end the show tonight? That's a part of a boat. Boat pod. Shall I try and show you mine? I wonder if it's on here still. I know what I can do. Right, let me type in here. Shed of the year. See. Let me come up there. Unexpected Essex owned the taxi. What have they called it? Let's have a little look. There he is. Where's that picture gone? There's your boy, looking trim. This, there you go. Look, there's my shed. I might see some more at my actual shed. They just put the taxi in. Obviously, didn't put that shed in. I put the taxi in because inside it's a bedroom. Look at that. Look at him driving it. He's loving it. What's that fox doing there? No idea. Put a bed inside the taxi. Look at that. I wonder if I've got an angle of the actual shed. That's inside the taxi. Look. Bit nautical. Went nautical with it. Of course you do. It's inside a taxi. Fox on top. I don't know. Look at that picture. Look at that picture of the fox on roof. Unbelievable. There you go. Look. That shows. This is my garden before the new shed. Look. Oh, man. That shows the shed. Don't look at the taxi. Look at the shed. It's got artificial grass on it. I know what you're saying. But on top is that plastic roof. So it's a normal shed, but with a plastic roof. you got to say about that? I think if we've learned anything tonight, that one, taxis are not sheds, but still somehow we got in them, and that we can all success love that taxi. Thanks, man. So much fun we could have design a shed. Let's do it tomorrow, man. Should we do it tomorrow, everyone? Design a shed tomorrow. Sure, 1 year. Amazing Space to do that. Shed of the year on TV one time. I love George Clark. I think there was a underground bunker style shed on there going underground. Yeah, there is. If you look on YouTube at Colin Furtz, I think his name is. I don't know if he was the one on. I don't know if he was the guy, but he has an incredible shed. Like, incredible. Sunroof in a taxi. Yeah, in case it's hot, man. Of course. Of course. Okay. I can't say that. Like, to. Ian says, I can't zap in as my daughter says I look like the professor from Back to the Future, but hairdressers are shut. Okay, here for you, mate. And here goes Stu saying, I have a new shed as long as you're paying for it. All right, cool, good team. Right, okay, I don't know tonight. I'm just, I know I started a bit late and I feel a bit off at the moment. So how about it tomorrow night? We'll get back into it. We'll have a lot of fun and we'll design a shed together. If you're up for that, let's say 8 p.m. tomorrow night. Let's come together and design the ultimate shed. Are you down with that? Sound good? It says sunroof to grow seeds in. Well, at one point it was going to become a growing area, Ian. So that's a good point, man. Yeah. So tomorrow night, let's do it. Let's design the ultimate shed. Sorry about tonight's team. I don't know. You know, thanks Richard for calling in. Nice one. Given I'm going to leave it. I'm going to leave that capsicum. Don't go and Google it. Capsicum annunum ANNUUM. All right. So capsicum annunum. That's Latin this week. Callie says, turn it off. Need a mummy escaping the garden. I think we all need a little. I mean, more than ever. Don't get me wrong. These sheds are great for having people over when we're allowed, have an outdoor space. But I think we all need a little getaway, don't we? At the moment, even if it's just for like 5 to 10 minutes, just somewhere peaceful, away from the kids, away from the husband, away from the wife, just to zen, guys. So cool. Thanks so much, guys. Thanks for joining me again tonight. Have a lovely day tomorrow. I'll see you tomorrow night. I'll be here 8 p.m. and we'll smash the ultimate shed. You down for that? Nice one. Much love. Thanks for sticking with us and see you tomorrow. Facilia. Or Pacilia, if you just read it off there.
Yeah. Oh, I'm on.
Oh, I can't hear you, Anon. I've done something wrong with the thing. Anyway, elephant poo is what I got.
Good evening, Lee. How are you?
Great, mate. Your signal is always terrible, but I'm good, my friend. Excuse me. You got an allotment? When I go, don't put artificial grass on top of me, all right?
Are you going to get composted, Lee?
Yeah,
Hey, Advert Lee here. Enjoyed the show? Good. You can listen to the best of episodes on the podcast every Sunday. That's right, Lee uploads it every Sunday, the best of podcast. So get out of bed, grab yourself a cuppa and pop in the headphones and you can listen to the best of the week. Or we have some absolute corkers. Go give it a listen. But from me, Advert Lee, and from Lee, see you next time. Bye-bye.
This is a Sunday Gardener. Dachshund.
Who said that?